Let me guess. There's this one woman in your life. She talks to you, laughs with you, maybe even teases you a little. But she never outright says she likes you. You're left wondering, is she into me, or am I just imagining things? Well, here's the thing. Women often hide attraction, intentionally. And if you don't know the signs, you'll miss your chance. Today, I'm going to reveal 9 hidden signs she likes you. But will never admit it. Some of these are so subtle that most men overlook them completely. And by the time they realize the truth, it's too late. So, pay attention, because once you know these signs, you'll start noticing them everywhere. But first, let me tell you why women hide their attraction in the first place. It's not because we're playing games, though it might seem that way. It's because vulnerability is terrifying. Admitting you like someone gives them power over you, and most women would rather drop hints and wait for you to pick up on them than risk the crushing blow of rejection. We're also conditioned to believe that men should make the first move, so we create these elaborate, subtle invitation systems, breadcrumbs leading you toward the realization that we want you to chase us. The problem? Most men are terrible at reading these breadcrumbs. You're looking for a billboard when we're giving you whispers. Sign number 1, her body tilts toward you. Without her realizing when a woman is into you, her body betrays her before her words do. She might angle her feet toward you in a group, lean just a little closer when you speak, or subtly turn her hips your way. This isn't conscious. It's primal attraction. The kind that slips through no matter how hard she tries to hide it. Here's the dark psychology twist. If she's facing you when she laughs, but faces away when she's bored, you've already got your answer. But let's go deeper. Watch her shoulders. When a woman is attracted to someone, her shoulders automatically square toward them, even in a crowded room. It's like her entire torso becomes a compass pointing in your direction. And here's something most men never notice. The proximity test. If she's standing closer to you than social norms would typically require, that's intentional. We're very aware of personal space, and we only invade it for people we want to be close to. There's also something called the barrier removal signal. If she moves her purse, drink, or phone away from the space between you two, she's subconsciously clearing the path for deeper connection. And trust me, once you spot this, you'll never unsee it. Sign Starkshire 2, she finds random excuses to touch you, a light touch on your arm when she laughs, brushing imaginary lint off your shirt, bumping into you accidentally. These are micro-escalations, tiny tests to see how you'll respond. If you pull away, she'll dial it back. If you stay comfortable, she'll keep going. Most women will never say, I want to be closer to you, but they will communicate it with touch. Here's what most men don't understand about female touch. It's strategic. We don't touch people randomly. Every touch is calculated, even if it doesn't feel that way. The accidental brush of her hand against yours when reaching for something? Planned? The way she playfully pushes your shoulder when you tease her? That's her testing your boundaries and creating physical intimacy. But here's the advanced read. Pay attention to the duration of her touches. A friendly touch lasts about half a second. An interested touch lingers. If she's letting her hand rest on your arm for 2 or 3 seconds while she talks, she's not just being friendly. And watch for the comfort touch, when she touches you during vulnerable or emotional moments in conversation. If she reaches out to touch your hand when you're sharing something personal, that's her way of saying, I want to be close to you when you're being real with me. Sign number 3, she mirrors you. Psychologists call this mirroring. She copies your tone, your body language, even your phrases without realizing it. If you take a sip of your drink and she takes one right after, or you lean back and she does the same, it's a subconscious sign of rapport, and often attraction. Mirroring is our brain's way of saying, I feel connected to this person. But let's break down the different types of mirroring. There's physical mirroring, copying your posture and gestures. There's vocal mirroring, matching your tone, pace, and volume. And there's linguistic mirroring, using your words and phrases. The most powerful type? Energy mirroring. If you're excited and animated, she becomes excited and animated. If you're calm and thoughtful, she matches that energy. This is deep-level attraction. Her entire vibe is syncing with yours. Here's a pro tip. You can test this. Deliberately change your posture or gesture and see if she follows. If she mirrors you within 30 seconds, you've got confirmation of strong rapport. But remember, mirroring goes both ways. If you start mirroring her back, you'll create an unconscious feedback loop that amplifies attraction. This is powerful psychology in action. But here's where it gets interesting. Mirroring can also be used on purpose to create attraction in return. More on that later. Sign number 4, her eyes keep finding you in the room. She could be mid-conversation with someone else, but she glances at you again and again. This isn't just looking around the room, it's tracking. Her brain is drawn to you like a magnet, even if she's trying to stay subtle. And if you catch her looking and she quickly looks away, that's not rejection. That's guilt. Guilt for being caught staring. Eye contact is the most powerful form of nonverbal communication we have. When a woman repeatedly looks at you from across a room, she's essentially saying, "I wish I was talking to you instead." But here's the psychology behind the quick look away. It's not shyness, it's strategic. Looking away after being caught creates intrigue. It makes you wonder what she was thinking. It's the visual equivalent of dropping a hint and walking away. Pay attention to the triangle gaze, when her eyes move from your eyes to your lips and back. This is subconscious, and it signals romantic interest. She's literally looking at your mouth because part of her brain is thinking about kissing you. And here's something fascinating. If she maintains eye contact for longer than normal during conversation, 3 to 5 seconds instead of the usual 1-2, she's creating intimacy. Extended eye contact releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. She might not know she's doing it, but her brain is trying to create a deeper connection with you. Sign number 5, she asks questions that go beyond small talk. Instead of the boring, "How was your day?" she asks about your past, your dreams, your favorite memories. She wants to get inside your head, not just your social circle. This is how attraction grows in silence, deep under the surface. When a woman invests time and curiosity into you, it's rarely just friendship. Here's what's really happening. She's building an emotional map of who you are. Women fall for potential and personality, not just looks. By understanding your values, goals, and experiences, she's figuring out if you're someone she could see herself with long-term. The questions reveal everything. If she asks about your family, she's imagining how you'd be in a relationship. If she asks about your dreams, she's wondering if she could fit into your future. If she asks about your past relationships, she's gathering intelligence on what you find attractive and how you handle commitment. But here's the key. She remembers your answers. She'll bring up something you mentioned weeks ago in casual conversation. This isn't just good memory, it's investment. She's filing away information about you because you matter to her. Watch for follow-up questions too. If you say you love traveling and she asks about your favorite trip, then asks what made it special, then asks if you'd want to go back. That's not curiosity, that's interest. She's imagining herself in those experiences with you. Sign number 6. She brings up other women around you. On purpose. Here's where the dark psychology really shows. Sometimes a woman will casually mention another girl just to see your reaction. If you seem jealous, she knows you care. If you seem indifferent, she might turn up the heat. This is testing mixed with subtle competition, both signs of emotional investment. But let's decode the different ways she does this. She might mention that some girl was flirting with you at a party, watching your face to see if you're flattered or uncomfortable. She might ask if you think another woman is attractive, testing whether you'll be honest or try to reassure her. Sometimes she'll tell you about guys who are interested in her, not to make you jealous, but to show you that she has options and you need to step up. This is social proof psychology. She's demonstrating her value while simultaneously creating urgency. The most subtle version? She'll compliment another woman while watching your reaction. Sarah looked really good tonight, didn't you think? She's not asking for your opinion on Sarah. She's studying how you respond to her bringing up other women. And if she gets just a little defensive when you mention another woman, that's your confirmation. Sign number 7, she remembers small details. You barely mentioned. You told her weeks ago about a song you liked, and suddenly she sends you a playlist. Or you mentioned your favorite snack once, and now she just happens to bring it around. When a woman remembers details you've long forgotten, it's because she's been paying close attention, more than she'd ever admit out loud. This is emotional investment manifesting as memory. When someone matters to us, our brain automatically flags information about them as important. She's not trying to remember what you said. Her subconscious is doing it automatically because she cares. But it goes deeper than memory. She's using these details to create moments of connection. That playlist isn't just about the song. It's about showing you that she listens to you, thinks about you when you're not around, and wants to share experiences with you. The snack thing? That's nurturing behavior. She's taking care of you in small ways, testing how it feels to provide for your needs. It's practice for a relationship, even if she doesn't realize it. Here's the psychological principle at work: reciprocity and investment. By remembering and acting on things you've told her, she's creating a sense that you owe her attention and appreciation. It's not manipulative. It's how humans build bonds. Sign number 8. Her voice changes around you. This is subtle but powerful. Women's voices naturally soften and slow down when speaking to someone they're attracted to. Even if she's confident and loud with others, she might become warmer and slightly more playful with you. And here's a tip. If she laughs a little too easily at your jokes, she's giving you a green light. Voice changes are involuntary attraction signals. When we're drawn to someone, our vocal cords literally relax, creating a breathier, softer tone. It's the same mechanism that makes people whisper when they want to create intimacy. But there's more to decode. If her voice becomes more animated and expressive around you, she's unconsciously trying to hold your attention. She's making herself more entertaining because she wants you to enjoy talking to her. The laugh test is crucial. Women don't fake laugh for people they're not interested in. We're too socially intelligent for that. If she's laughing at jokes that aren't that funny, or if her laugh seems to linger longer than necessary, she's using humor as an excuse to express joy around you. Listen for vocal mirroring too. If she starts speaking at your pace, matching your volume, or even adopting some of your speech patterns, that's unconscious bonding behavior. Her brain is trying to create harmony between you. Sign number 9, she creates coincidental encounters. She's suddenly at the coffee shop you always go to. She randomly bumps into you at a mutual friend's party. Coincidence? Maybe once. But if it keeps happening, she's putting herself in your path, hoping something will happen without her having to admit she orchestrated it. This is strategic positioning disguised as chance. She's learned your patterns and is inserting herself into your routine, but she needs plausible deniability. She can't admit she came to that coffee shop hoping to see you. That would be too vulnerable. But here's how you can tell the difference between coincidence and intention. Real coincidences feel awkward and unexpected. Orchestrated encounters feel smooth and natural, like she was prepared to see you there. Watch her reaction when these coincidences happen. If she seems genuinely surprised to see you, it might be real. But if she seems pleased but not shocked, she knew there was a chance you'd be there. The party example is particularly telling. If she shows up to events she normally wouldn't attend, or if she asks mutual friends whether you'll be there before committing to go, she's creating opportunities for interaction. Advanced psychology, the combination effect. Here's what most men miss. These signs rarely appear alone. If you're seeing 1 or 2, she might just be friendly. But if you're seeing 4 or more consistently, she's interested and waiting for you to make a move. The key is pattern recognition. Isolated incidents could be coincidence or personality quirks, but patterns reveal intention. Pay attention to context too. Does she act differently around you than she does with other men? If these behaviors are specific to you, that's significant. If she's equally touchy, attentive, and available with everyone, she might just be naturally social. The waiting game. Why she won't make the first move. Understanding why women hide their attraction helps you recognize it when it's happening. Most women are taught from a young age that being too forward is unattractive. We're supposed to be approachable but not aggressive, interested but not desperate. So we create these elaborate signal systems, breadcrumbs that lead you to the conclusion that we want to be pursued. We want you to want us enough to take the risk of asking us out. This isn't game playing, though it might feel that way. It's social conditioning mixed with genuine fear of rejection. Even confident women can be terrified of putting themselves out there romantically. Reading the room. Context matters. Remember, context is everything. These signs mean different things in different situations. A woman who touches your arm during an emotional conversation is sending a different signal than one who bumps into you playfully while you're both laughing. Professional settings change the rules too. In work environments, women often suppress attraction signals because they don't want to complicate their careers. You might need to look harder for subtler signs, or wait for social settings to see her true interest level. The confidence factor. Here's something crucial. Confident women show these signs more boldly, while shy women show them more subtly. Don't assume a quiet woman isn't interested just because her signals are harder to read. Sometimes the most interested women are the most careful about revealing it. Here's the truth. Women often won't say, "I like you," because they don't want to risk rejection, or because they want you to make the first move. But if you've noticed 3 or more of these signs, trust me, she's not just being friendly. She's waiting for you to connect the dots. And remember, attraction isn't always loud. Sometimes it's hidden in glances, touches, and the little details she hopes you'll notice. The most attractive thing you can do? Pay attention. Be present. Notice the woman who's trying to show you she's interested without saying it outright. Because when you finally do make your move, you'll already know the answer will be yes. Understanding these signals doesn't just help you recognize when someone likes you, it helps you appreciate the subtle, complex ways women communicate interest. It's not manipulation or game playing. It's the delicate dance of human attraction, played out in glances and gestures and carefully chosen words. The next time you're wondering if she's interested, don't just listen to what she's saying. Watch what she's doing. Pay attention to the patterns. Notice the consistency of her behavior toward you versus others. Because once you understand this hidden language of attraction, you'll never be left guessing again. If you found these signs eye-opening, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And when you're done here, check out my other videos for more wisdom and truths that most men never hear about dating psychology. Because the more you know, the less you'll ever be fooled.